Hello students, today we are going to cover articles, which is very important figure of speech in grammar. Now let's learn what is articles. Have you heard of a and the? These are articles. Now what is an article? Let's take the definition. It is an adjective, a demonstrative adjective, or we can say it modifies a noun. For example, let's take an example here. This is a kite. A kite. A is an article and kite is noun. Now, why is it important? We must understand. Articles are important in English as they provide information about the noun they precede. Absence of an article will make a sentence sound completely wrong. For example, this is a book. We cannot say this is book. There are two types of articles. One is indefinite article, the other is definite article. The is called definite article, whereas it is used to refer to specific or particular noun. The book, the college, it is specific college, specific book we are talking about. So, this is the is definite article here. For example, let us take other examples. The man with a cap is my friend. See here, the above refers to a particular or specific man, the man with a cap. Another sentence here is the lion is the king of animals. The above sentence here refers to a particular animal and therefore we say we use the definite article here. What is indefinite article? We have a or n. These are called indefinite articles. It does not refer to any particular person or a thing, and where we don't have to use a particular or specific person or a thing, we use a or an. Let's take examples here. We saw a boy riding a horse. It can be any boy. We don't know who was this boy and therefore we say we saw a boy riding a horse. An apple a day keeps a doctor away. The indefinite article is used in certain situations. Let's see the situations. First very important situation is to refer to something for the first time. I read a book few days ago. To refer to a particular member of a group or a class, we say he is a student of my class. Of course, when we use with the names of jobs, he is a teacher, she is an astronaut. If we have to use nationalities or for religions, we say I am a Hindu, she is an American. With names of days, I was present on Monday. To refer to a kind of or example or something, we say he has a Ford Mustang, a car. With singular nouns also, we use a or n after the words like what and such. What a catch! We won't say what the catch. Or it was such an amazing day. It's not it was such the amazing day. Meaning one referring to a single object or a person, we say I had a laptop and an iPod. Or we can say she had a boat and a car. Let's take another look at use of article an, which is again indefinite article. It is used with nouns starting with the vowel sounds. Very important thing you should keep in mind that we go by sounds here. A, E, I, O, U. These are vowel sounds and not the vowels. Normally we commit a mistake when children say that it begins with A and therefore we use N before that word. Keep in mind that if the sound is with these vowels A, E, I, O, U, we have to use an. An is also used before an H mute. See here, an R, an honor. Now it begins with H, but the sound is of A. So you say NR, an honor. Second example here is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Take an umbrella with you, it might rain. He is an architect. She is an hour late. So, all these nouns begin with A, E, I, O, U, or it may begin with the sound of vowel sound with A, E, I, O, U. Let's take a look at the definite article the, where it is used to refer to something which has already been mentioned. For example, he is the teacher I was telling you about. The second example, the astronaut will be sent to the moon. So, here both the sentences, when we see, there are specific nouns, the teacher, the astronaut, we already know about. Another situation we use the, when both the speaker and the listener know what is being talked about, even if it has not been mentioned before. For example, do you have the book we talked about? The answer is no, I lost the book. So, both the listener and the speaker know about what book they are talking about. Next situation, let's see, in sentences or clauses where we define or identify a particular person or object. Example, the head post office closes at 5 p.m. He broke the glass which was on the table. So, you can identify the glass which was broken. Where was it lying? It was on the table. Before superlatives also, we use the definite article. He is the tallest boy in the class. That is the worst excuse you gave. With adjectives that refer to a whole group of people, the example, the young and the old like ice creams, or the Chinese soldiers invaded our territory. With names of geographical areas and oceans also, we use the and not a or n. Example, the Mount Everest is the highest peak, or the Ganga is a sacred river. To refer to objects we regard as unique, if they are unique objects, we use the word the definite article. The sun shines brightly. The moon goddess smiled on her lover. With decades or group of years, for example, I was born in the 80s, or Amitabh Bachchan ruled Bollywood from the 70s till late 90s. Now, very important for you students to know where these articles can be omitted, where they are not used, either a, n or the. There are number of areas or situations where we don't use any of these articles. Let's take a look. With names of countries, we don't use a, n or the. That is, India is rich in its culture and heritage. We don't say an India is rich in its culture and heritage. With names of languages also, we don't use any article. Hindi is our national language. We don't say a Hindi is our national language or the Hindi is our national language. With names of meals, your lunch, your dinner, your breakfast, we don't use any article before that. We say lunch is at 2 p.m., not a lunch is at 2 p.m. With proper nouns, this is very important to note that with proper nouns also, we don't use any article, as Raj is a wonderful man. Before this proper noun, the name, we don't use any article. Gandhiji was a great leader. We don't say the Gandhiji was a great leader. With titles and names also, suppose I say Sir Roger is a character in an essay. We don't say the Sir Roger or a Sir Roger is a character in an essay. In possessive case, we never use any article. That's Rajshree's mobile, that Raju's car, anything like that, we never use article before the name. With professions, teacher is equal to God. We make lot of mistakes here. We normally say the teacher is equal to God or a teacher is equal to God. This is absolutely wrong. This is a very normal and common mistake we commit lot of times. So, keep in mind that we don't use before the professions. With names of shops, I'll get the sweets from Janta Sweets. We don't say I'll get the sweets from the Janta Sweets. With years, India got freedom in 1947. With uncountable nouns, the nouns which we cannot count in numbers, we say honesty is the best policy. Honesty here is an abstract noun, and so we don't use before honesty, the honesty is the best policy. That would sound wrong grammatically. So, we say honesty is the best policy. With the names of individual mountains, lakes, islands, we never use article before that. With most names of towns, streets, stations and airports, we don't use any article a and the. We say let's go to Shastri Nagar. We don't say let's go to the Shastri Nagar. Before abstract nouns or material nouns also, we never use article. Iron is a useful metal. Students commit this mistake if it begins with I, vowel sound or vowel, they might write here an iron. That would be absolutely wrong. We never use article before abstract nouns. Iron is a useful metal. Gold is a precious metal. Beauty is short-lived or virtue is its own reward. All these are abstract nouns. We never use article before that. So, what we have seen today is articles and prepositions. Now, what is article? We have seen that article is a word which precedes the noun, and if we don't use article on right place, then we feel that the sentence may sound incorrect. Now, articles can be definite articles and indefinite articles. In definite article, the use of the is there, and indefinite articles are a and the. Now, a and n in definite articles, we have seen wherever there are vowel sounds a, e, I, o, u, we use the word a and n. Whereas, in specific and particular sentences or noun, we use the word the. We have also seen where these articles need to be omitted. I am sure the students have learnt enough today. After this, we proceeded for prepositions. We have covered what is preposition. It shows relationship between two subject and object. We have seen relationship of nouns, and of course, we have covered the preposition of place, preposition of time and others. We have taken examples. What is important to know is where these prepositions are omitted. We have seen if we have adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency, the prepositions are not used.